What up? What up? What up, yo? It's your man E. Smitty, Real Food Podcast, Mind, Body, and Soul. Shout out to my co-host me. She's not here today, but we got a special guest who's down with the That Feeling Podcast Network, Mr. Salute Podcast himself.
Yes,
my
sir.
man, yeah, my man, the hip hop chief, Conscious. Yo, check this out. Before I get into this legendary interview, no, I don't like to say interview, legendary conversation with. You see the brother. You see him. Don't say a word yet though. Let me get my spiel out because this is big. This is huge. This is huge. I want to first shout out the sponsors. Get the plugs. Go to www.gettheplugs.com. Audio Swim. www.audioswim.com. Premier Element UAE. Oh man, yeah. My
305.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, appreciate you, Mac. My bad. We want to get you to please subscribe to the Dat Feeling Bandcamp, www.datfeeling.bandcamp.com. Please join the Dat Feeling Patreon, www.patreon.com/datfeelingpodcast. Join that because you get all the perks for as low as $3. Top tier, $10, you get all that extra stuff. And please, yeah, check this out. We got merch. I know the hoodies season about to go, but you still gonna need hoodies. We got t-shirts, we got cup holders, we got all that stuff. So you need to go to www.teespring.com and search for That Feeling Podcast. And yes.
Hold up, Smitty.
Mm-hmm.
They got some salute merch now.
Hey, I think you should tell them about that. Tell them about it.
Hold up. They got salute merch now.
Can you please tell them about it?
Hey, we got cups, we got t-shirts, we got mugs, you know what I'm saying? I just ordered mine.
That's right.
I'm feeling a little neglected.
Hey, and we cannot have no neglection going on over here.
Okay.
So in saying that, the Dat Feeling Podcast Network, we have some Salute Podcast stuff and that you need, and go to www.teespring.com/datfeelingpod. Well, search Dat Feeling Podcast. Okay, let's get to the real damn deal right now. Yo, I'm gonna say it like this, man. I remember. Hold on one second. My man said, got a little echo going on in here.
It is.
You hear echo?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I want you to take over right now, my man. Conscious. Get into your spiel, and I'm gonna start it all out. Let me get myself situated with this echo thing. All right.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
I thought it was on my side. So, for me, as this Miami boy, this is a special moment for me. I don't know how many times me and my partners, one time for Sporty Spud, one time for Devin, all my partners back in the MIA, my cousin, Dez the Bias. You know what I'm talking about. How many times we sitting in the car and we listening to this brother right here. And we used to be like, oh my God, man, and I just said, one day I'm gonna interview this man. I might get to rap with him or something, you know what I mean? I mean, to Miami, if you're in Miami, you know what I'm saying? You grew up in Miami and you know who LaJuan Love is, you know who Anquiet and the Throw the P Girls are, you know who all of those people are, then you know who I'm sitting with right now. So this is a legendary brother for the 2 Live Crew. If you like Get It Girl, you know what I'm saying? If you like Move Some, if you like, Head, Booty, and Cock.
Oh my God.
If you like, we're gonna talk about it later on, but if you like S&M,
oh my God.
We're gonna talk about it, you know what I'm saying? S&M, pussy ass niggas. You heard
Did I make them song? I don't know what. Did I make them song?
You did make them songs.
Them some rough titles. Oh my God.
I did it.
Y'all forgive me, man.
Hey, if I'm Miami dude, this is a legendary dude right here, man. I'm so humble and so blessed to be here, man. Now, we were just talking a few minutes ago how I was stalking him in Winn-Dixie, 151st Street and 7th Avenue when I was, cleaning the floors down there. I be stalking him when he come in there, and I didn't even know he lived by there, but I know I seen him in there.
Biscayne Garden, 143rd, back in the back there.
You know what I'm talking about?
Back in the back there, yeah.
This is a legend. Mr. Mix, him and Fresh Kid Ice,
man.
Hey, they changed the code. If you don't know, I'm just gonna tell you straight up. So all y'all rappers out there that want to be MCs, they want to talk about how you can cuss on the record, right here. You look at the man right here. If it wasn't for this man and his content and what he was putting out there and what he fought for, None of y'all be able to cuss on the record. Yeah, I
Hey,
said.
check it out. Hey, check it out. Let me stop you right there, cause look, you going there. You ain't playing around. You ain't playing around, bro.
He ain't playing around. He getting it out. He getting it out.
For real.
That's how I used to get at me when I used to see him in the grocery store.
Man, tell that, yo, conscious, tell that story. Oh, one of y'all tell that story.
I go in there. He used to say something to me all the time when I was going in there. Yeah. I remember that brother. Every time
run that again, conscious. Run that story.
Okay, I'm gonna run it back. So
he's funny. He was funny then. He's funny now.
So me and my partners, we all worked at the Winn-Dixie on 151st and 7th Avenue. If y'all was in there, if you was a female in there, you probably know us very well.
That's right.
So I used to be, I worked there. I was a bag boy at first. Then I got promoted up to frozen food. I thought I was doing it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm back there to frozen food, whatever. And like every now and then, this cat come in the store. So I'm like, who the heck? Is that Brother Marquise? Man, I be following this cat around the store. He be like, what the heck? He looking back at me like, this dude following me. I be stalking him in the store. I say, is that Brother Marquise? I have all my partners on the lookout. Look, is that him? You know what I'm saying? So every time he come in the store, I'm like, you know what I'm saying? So I had to be me and holler at him real quick. You know, say, hey, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Holler at him. But here I am. That's 30 some years ago.
Yep.
And here it is. This man said he remember me.
That's dope.
Yep.
He remembers me.
That's dope.
He remember my stalking.
Yeah. And and what I said about that,
you wasn't bothering me at all, man. You wasn't bothering me at all. Exactly. I was really happy that you was jugging at me and had something to say and talked about you love the music and all of that. That makes me feel good.
That was a long time ago. I'm surprised. Yeah. He remember I had 2 gold teeth back then too.
Yeah, 2-piece. He was rocking a 2-piece back then.
The 2-piece.
Yep.
That said to me when you said that, man, that says so much about the person that you are, because you I don't care how you look at it, you are legendary, period. I don't care how nobody sees it, you're legendary. And for you to it says, but and that goes to you being a MC. I want to take it there too. MC's got really good memories, man. Like you, right off when he said that, you came like boom, like that memory popped in. Like I remember you. Boom, boom. Yo, I'm gonna get into this thing right here, man. And once again, thank you, man.
Hey,
brother Marquise, man. Brother Marquise. I want to ask you, Marquise, your brother. Hey, when I hit up
LAL, I got a whole bunch of names now. B Mark, BMQ, LAL, Brother Marquise. Y'all feel free, man. Keith, whatever. Now they call you old school. What's up? What's up, old school?
Hey, watch this. Watch this. When I called him, and once again, shout out Nicole. When I called him, he didn't pick up. He didn't pick up off top, so I left a message. And the message said, BMQ. I said, yo, so this is BMQ. I said, oh, shoot. We're going to have a good time. We're going to have a good time today.
Yeah. In case I want to come back, and try to sound like these young rappers, I got to change up my name. I got to get me some initials. Initials. Yeah, so I thought of BMQ, short for Brother Marquise, LAL, which stands for Leaving a Legacy.
Man. Yeah. That's dope, man.
Yeah,
brother Marquise, and I told my brother too that we was going to be having a conversation with you today, and he said that same thing. Brother Marquise the brother. That's the first thing he texted back to me. I was like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that was stuck with him. That was stuck with him out there, man. Yes,
exactly. I want to ask you this, man. You're from Rochester, New York.
Yep,
but
Rochester, New York.
You end up in a legendary group based in the South. Tell the people how did that happen, man?
Well, I still had upbringers in the South. Every summer I used to go to Alabama. With my grandma. So that's why I could relate to the South as well as the North, Yeah. I used to go to a place called Atala, Alabama with my grandmother. And and it was real cool. I had the chance to see the Ku Klux Klan raise money for their organization and for their cause. And I also had a chance to hear a lot of stories of how my grandmother marched with King and made my mother's march with Dr. Martin Luther King, and not trying to tell my age or nothing like that, but it was a great time to go to Alabama, even though sometimes I hated it coming from New York and then have to go to Alabama. It was way different, but I learned how to adapt, to the South and Southern brothers, So when I immediately got to Miami, I jumped off the porch and I was curious to see what was going on. And I ran into a lot of beautiful people down there in Miami, man. A lot of beautiful people that I can call family. So I am from Rochester, New York. My mother moved to Riverside, California. That's where I met Mr. Mix. And Mr. Mix met Luke, and we ended up in Florida to start the journey. Ended up in Miami.
When did you first move? What age did you move to Florida?
To Florida, I was in Florida, I think around like 19, I believe, 19, 20, right after high school. Yep, right after high school. Yep. Gotcha. Right after high school.
But you was like going back and forth. You always visited the South from Rochester. Okay.
Dope. Yeah, because I remember I had my 21st birthday in Miami. I had my 21st birthday in Miami. Yes, I did.
Wow. I bet that was legendary.
Yep. Yeah, I turned 21. Yep, I experienced 21 in Miami. So, yep.
Yeah. Hey, I did too.
Hey, you know what's crazy? I just want to throw this out there. I want to throw this out real quick, and Conscious is gonna jump back in there. That's amazing that you being from Rochester, New York, and speaking of upstate New York, like upstate New York is on fire with MCs and producers right now, and for you to be coming from Rochester and being in the South, who would have known that y'all became the party music for the world? I know you thought about it. Y'all became the party music of the world. When you say 2 Live Crew, you got to say Brother Marquise. Oh yeah, that's amazing. That's amazing. That's stamped in history for forever. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. But
I am a historic fellow.
Yes, you are, brother. Yes, you are.
About them cats down there, Griselda, them cats over in Buffalo. What you think about them?
38 Special, Benny the Butcher, Griselda. Them boys are hot.
Them boys hot.
And I wanted to apologize to 38 Special too, because I think he came to the studio one time and I was in there sleep. And I was getting me some rest, and I didn't even get up to when they told me he was there. He had left when I got up. I had really wanted to meet him and chop it up with him, but hopefully next time I could see that brother. But yeah, man, big shout goes out to those guys, because even the cats in New York are like, the guys upstate are kind of keeping it alive for New York. And I'm getting into Benny Butcher, Griselda, and all of that 38 Special. I'm listening to that stuff right now. Nice. And them boys got bars.
They got bars.
Benny the Butcher got bars.
Yeah. For real.
Man. So,
them boys got bars.
Here go my question for you, bro. So for me, growing up in Miami, I was like 7th grade, man. Me and my partners, the most exciting thing for us was the day after Christmas.
Oh, okay. I know where you're going.
Day after Christmas, you know what I'm saying? So we be like a couple days before that, whatever we get for our Christmas, we asking for Kangos, we asking for, fake rope chains. My mama got me a nice you know what I'm saying? Fake rope
That's
chains,
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's at the flea market. You go to the flea market and get all that. North side. Yeah.
Hey, I'm from Carol City, so 103rd Street.
Yeah, 183rd, they had the same thing too. The north side had all of the Kangos, Bojangles. You got to go to Bojangles to get all of the fly hats. The silks, get all your silks and everything. Yeah.
So we be all
yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? So the day after Christmas, man, we excited, man. We go there. All we want to do is see who gonna be there, because every year it was somebody different he was bringing. And so for a young cat like me, that was an opportunity to get to see the EPMDs. To get to see, I saw Ice-T chick on stage with, I'm saying? She came out with the gun. She just stood there, I was like, oh, all the dudes was like, oh my God, man, she was bad. So I got
Ice-T,
Slick Rick, got Tough Crew. All these cats came down to Miami, including y'all, you know what I'm saying? So my question is, man, how was that? How was your interaction with them dudes, man? How was it? What was it like backstage? What was our relationship with all those acts, man, that would come down? Public Enemy, you know what I mean?
Well, always in the beginning, it was I was always friends with Ice-T. Me and Ice was always cool, and Darlene and everybody, we was always cool. I had known Ice in California when I made my first record. When I made my first records with Rodney O.
Caution Crew.
Yep. And I told Ice I was gonna make a record called "Throw the Dick," and I think they started playing it on K-Day. And Ice called me talking about, yeah, you said you was gonna make a record called "Throw the Dick," and it was a big laugh to him, and our relationship developed a little bit more after that as well too. But yeah, man, that was a highlight. Those concerts were definitely a highlight. I mean, I had a chance to partake on the stage with a lot of greats. You know, Slick Rick with all of the jury. I remember, Slick Rick coming on stage, and you had Bert with all his jury on, and they was talking about the jury and how much the jury costs and messing around, with each other. And yeah, man, those were some good times right there. The Miami Baseball Stadium, those concerts were historical. Those were movies.
Yes.
Run DMC, Luke had the big lights. It was EPMD. Actually, I think we came on one of those concerts. We had to rush, and we flew. That's when Luke had the private jet. That's when Luke had the jet. Luke probably was one of the first guys, first rap dudes that had the jet. And we flew Run DMC and Public Enemy on the jet. And yeah, we made it from Atlanta to Miami and went and did the baseball stadium. Yeah, it was cool. It was cool.
Man. We loved it. They was always shooting it up. They shot it up all the time. We would go to the stage.
That was probably outside. That was probably outside somewhere, because it was over there by the National Guard Armory right off of 7th Avenue. Yep, right over there. Right over there by one of the pressing plants where you go get the masters made in the cassettes. Yeah. But for the most part, man, the guys was out. It was kind of festive. It was kind of, it was like on some, it was real flamboyant, all of the guys out there, you know what I'm saying? Dressed up. It was somewhat of a concert and somewhat like a player's ball at the same time.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It stuck in my mind. Hey, when you say Bert, are you saying convertible Bert?
Yeah, convertible. Okay, yeah.
We'll talk about that
convertible. Man, Brother Marquise, man. I mean, you kind of, that, man, y'all got me sitting here because y'all look like y'all like long lost brothers and cousins, and just reminiscing about the family reunions, man. And I love it.
That's that Miami thing. You know how we cats from the crib get together.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
That's it. I went to Miami Subs the other day, and I watched Miami Vice the other night. Can I get a little piece of the Miami thing, right? I'm playing. Hey, check this out, man. Check this out. You kind of alluded to it a little bit about your grandparents and the Ku Klux Klan and watching the meetings. Brother, when I first heard Brother Marquise, it seemed like it seemed like this brother, like he got some consciousness to him. You know what I'm saying? Where did the brother? What did the brother come to put into your name? What was that a conscious thing? No pun intended.
My cousin in New York, I think he added that tag on to it because we used to come out of the Genesee, we used to come out of the Gateway in Rochester, and we used to go through this field, and it was an old car there, Grand Marquise. So I used to see that every day, and I started calling myself Marquise. And at that time, we was young. And I think my cousin was practicing the Muslim faith. My cousin was practicing the Muslim faith, back then.
Oh, right? That's dope.
This was in like what? I think this was in like 79, probably 80, 81. And my cousin was practicing Muslim faith, and he just added brother on the Marquise, and we messing around with freestyles, and he kind of stuck with me.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Conscious actually said that before we got on. He was like, I got a feeling that it came from the Grand Marquise. And boom, 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 and here we go. I had a feeling that it was something conscious with the brother. That always stood out to me. Because in the crew, both of us are MCs. Conscious are MCs, and I believe he'll say the same thing. I've always felt that as far as skill level, you always held the higher skill level in the crew. That's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I heard that before.
Yeah.
You know it.
So,
hey, I treat rappers like hoes. Roll them like hoes.
Most of those rhymes wasn't that conscious though. They wasn't that conscious. We should have took more of a conscious approach. But after we started getting known for being explicit early on in the career, we just stuck with that route.
Yeah,
we just stuck with that route. So all consciousness was out the window.
Yeah, but the lyrics was there.
But I'm conscious within me, though. I'm spiritual within myself. You know what I'm saying? Within me.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
I have to have self-awareness and conscious of myself. And I got a story, and it ain't a perfect one, but it's mine.
Yeah,
that's right. I thought about that today. Thinking about this conversation, man. That at the end of the day, and I love the way that you expressed that, like you did what you did, and it became groundbreaking. But at the same time, we always have our inner self that says, "Oh, this may be boom, boom, boom." But I'm gonna tell you what's wild about. I'm gonna tell you what's wild about that. Y'all laid it down just like my man Conscious said, that to be able to say the things and not close off free speech. Y'all are part of that in history. But you think about with what y'all did, it's like tame. It's like a baby and a grown ass man or woman to what y'all do. What happens now? What y'all did is tame to what goes on now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Very tame. Very tame. It's a whole other level of it. So y'all did it. I mean, y'all laid it down. And I believe that when y'all laid it down for a greater purpose. And to hear you say, like, yo, this is how I feel about it now, blah, blah, blah. Man, look, man, all you did was say what people was already thinking.
Yep. Yes, we did. Yes, we
did. You put it out there, and, come on, But yeah.
And it was cool. It was cool when it was in our part of town, though. But when, the other people got it and
Talk about it.
They fetishized it, and turned it into what it is, and glamorized it for us, and it basically blew us up. You know what I'm saying? It basically blew us up and spread a wildfire all over the country. And now, just like you said before, just like you had touched on before, it's everywhere, and it's like tame right now. We had the dancers, dressing kind of provocative, and here today, the female MCs are damn near naked. So,
Come on, man. Come on, bro.
I see it. I see it in the way the female MCs, the female rappers, some of them describe themselves and their body parts and what they talk about. I'm like, that's just a female 2 Live crew right there.
For real.
That's what I think.
They fine and they naked and they fine and they out here talking about, and I can see a little bit. I can hear a little bit of the music, and like Megan Thee Stallion, I could hear a little bit. She pop that in there sometimes. I can hear a little bit of it in Cardi B, and it's there. It's still in the culture. We still in the culture. Hey. You know what I'm saying? The stamp that we put on the music and the culture is still alive today, and I am so glad that, I went to the Supreme Court and went to jail and got beaten and bruised and abused and pissed on and shitted on and all of that, so they wouldn't have to go through it, So now they got it. And, and us back in the days talking about, the limousines and the shiny cars and all of that, we just spoken into existence for this generation of rappers and all of that to really come out and, drop a single and get $5 million and, and start holding up big stacks of money. You know what I'm saying? We spoken into existence.
The money phone.
Yeah, we spoken into existence for them. And, when I see him, when I try to follow all of the young cats, and I call myself being up on, all of the music and everything, man. And when I see that, I'm like, man, that's good for them. Congratulations to them. You know what I mean? Congratulations to them. I see myself in that a little bit, and that's, it kind of makes me feel good. I smile.
Yeah. You shouldn't kind of feel good. You should feel great, because I'm gonna tell you, Brother Marquise, and Conscious about to jump back in there. I'm gonna tell you, like, straight up, man, like, to hear you talk, everything started on totally about giving the people that put it down their flowers, like right now. This is what we do. But hearing you talk, bro, I'm telling you right now, people are gonna look at this podcast and they're gonna be like, "Yo, I didn't know. I didn't. You're about to touch people that you probably didn't see because you touching me. You touching me and what you're saying, and I'm pretty sure my man Conscious is feeling the same way, straight up.
Appreciate that, man. Well, I just want to come off as being as real and genuine as possible. The real business that we in, you know where it comes from. It comes from the street. And I just have to be grateful and accept who I am, man, and just be in a good state of mind about what's going on right now. But as far as I never was a hater, man. So I'm congratulating them young brothers and sisters that's coming out, getting these Grammys and getting all of this money and living their dreams, man, and working real hard to, to make their dreams come true. And all of the people that are helping them facilitate their dreams, that's what it's all about.
Yeah,
that's what it's all about. What can I say bad? I had my fun in it. You know what I'm saying? I had my fun. Rap has been good to me. Rap has been really, really good to me, man.
Beautiful, man.
Whole community. The whole community. Even I can say that the fans and the culture has been better to me than the industry, but that's okay. Because you know what I'm saying? That's okay.
Wow.
The fake, some of the fake guys are backstage and the real people are in the crowd.
So
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
So for me, I'm just gonna put two things out there. First, I'm gonna say, I just thought about it when you were talking about the names. So my sister, when she was having her baby back, I think it was 91, 92. I think my nephew was born. She was going through names. I couldn't understand what the hell, was in my mind, but I was a fan. And so I threw it out. I just thought about it when you said it. My nephew, his name is Marquise.
Wow.
Hey,
that's
his name. But you know what? The meaning of that name is precious jewel. It means precious jewel.
Oh, wow.
That's what it means.
I'm at to tell him that.
And I got a lot of people have told me that. I named my baby after you, and I think it was some football guy too. I think it's a guy playing professional football somewhere, and I ran into his people. Yeah, my nephew named after you, and my sister named. See, he played for he played for the Colts, and this and that. And I'm like, man, that's big, man. That's big. It means precious.
That's a dope, man. On some real shit, man. Like Marquise is a fly ass damn name, man. Like straight up. Yeah. I mean, straight up. Like yo, you seen old boy? Who? Marquise, that sounds official to me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and back in the days, it was just me and I remember the baseball guy, Marquise Grissom. I think he's from Atlanta.
Marquise. Yeah. Yep. You're right.
Hey, one more thing, man. So when you were talking about we talked a little earlier, off camera about this hip hop, talk about hip hop evolution. You didn't have a chance to talk a little bit about stuff because you got this minute in. So again, what I'm gonna do, I saw Nick Navarro. Nick Navarro was hated for us. I'm telling you right now. We did not like Nick Navarro. We did not want to go to Broward County. When I was a kid growing up, my father had already told me, if you go over to
Broward
County,
boy, don't go to Broward.
You might not come back. My father had already told me the word before, so I didn't spend a whole lot of time over there. So I'm gonna give you a minute, because I got another question after that. But I just want to give you a minute to talk about that night that y'all got arrested. You know what I mean? Because I saw Luke. Luke said what he had to say, but we respect Luke. It's all love, but I want to hear what you got to say about what happened that night and that experience.
That's right. Shot goes out to Brother Luke and his family. Wish him nothing but prosperity and health. On that note, but yeah, honestly, I got away. I was with this young lady, fortunately, right? And we went north to Palm Beach, and the Hollywood police, they blocked off the exit right there, going south, and that's where Luke and them got jammed. But I was on the stage with one of the detectives. She was the female, and I think that was the lady that had the recording device in her bosom, up through her cleavage. She was kind of, she kind of had a lot of upper body strength. So they were back there drinking with us, They were back there drinking with us in the dressing room, all of the detectives. And so she happened to get on stage with us, and I didn't grab the lady. And back then, I'm sorry for doing that, but back then I was a little touchy and Philly. And everything was cool. I'm grabbing her, she grabbing me, and this and that. And come to find out, that's the lady that had the bug on her. And
wow.
And later on in court, the audio was distorted. So that was one of the reasons why the case had got thrown out too. But yeah, I got away. I had to turn myself in. I remember my mother paging me. I'm down in Palm Beach, and I had to come all the way back, on 95, and I had the Jeep with 2 Live Crew on it. So I'm on 95, and people are blowing at me. Boy, you got to go to jail. Boy, turn yourself in. You got to turn yourself in. The police looking for you. You all on the news.
Wow.
This bullshit. No. I'm riding, and I'm glad that yeah. And
that's a good story.
And when I got off of 95, in North Miami, before I get to the crib, the police pulled me over. The North Miami police pulled me over. The dude that was on the bike. He used to ride the bike all the time. An old guy. Used to be on the motorcycle. He been in North Miami Beach police forever. He told me, he said, the police is looking for me. I said, already, police looking for me. I got to turn myself in.
Yeah, man. Cause I heard Luke talk about. I said, I know it got to be other stories.
I got away. You know me. I'm trying to always avoid the police. I'm trying to get away from the police. I'm not trying to have no problems with them. And if I got to run from them, I'm gonna run. I'm trying to get away.
Hey, me too.
I'm not going to jail. I'm not going to jail. But that one particular time, I'm glad that I had to turn myself in because it was for a greater cause. It was for the culture.
Yeah.
There you go.
Of course.
And that's something, that word and how you phrase that. That's something that's been overused so much. Everybody say, I do it for the culture. I do it for the culture. When you speak of what you just said.
Yeah.
If it wasn't, you can literally go back. You can really go on a timeline. You go Kool Herc, Grand Wizard Theodore, blah blah blah. You have to say 2 Live Crew, because if it wasn't for y'all, as far as the speech and everything, they were really actually trying to shut hip hop down. They that's what people don't understand. It was really the powers that be, who don't look like us, were really trying to shut hip hop down because they saw these young brown and black kids that were becoming millionaires, becoming rich and changing their folks' lives, and they were like, oh man. But guess what? A lot of people that don't look like us, their kids fell in love with it and became an addiction to them
and fetishized it. Fetishized it, bro. And they still do. And they still do.
Hey, Luke was the first one to put the parental discretion. You know what I'm saying? Right there. That little yellow thing right there.
There you go. Hey, Black Mac.
Before there was one, there it was right there.
Black Mac said this right here. They pushed both the envelope and the culture by doing what they wanted to do.
Yes. And
you did. And now from talking to you, not only did y'all do what y'all wanted to do, you had a purpose behind it. And that purpose, totally changed the whole music industry. You know what I'm saying? Changed the whole music industry, which brings me to this right here. As an MC, because you tell me if I'm wrong. I believe that you're an artist, but I believe you're an MC first. Will you consider yourself an MC first when it comes to music?
Oh, most definitely. That's what it was all about, MCing. It was all about MCing, master of ceremonies. You wanted to be all of my life. I wanted to be an MC. I always thought of myself as the guy with the tuxedo on, with the bow tie, looking fly, coming out. What I'm saying? Hosting the concert, hosting the party.
That's right. And it was, and being from the South, and Conscious, I know he can agree with this. Like even to now when people say rapper, and they made rapper kind of, but we want to be known as MCs. I'm an MC.
Yes, sir.
Who inspired you as an MC? Who inspired Brother Marquise to be who he became, who you became?
Man, the culture kind of jumped in me like really, really quick, because I could, when you used to go skating and all of the 12 inches, and I could memorize, all of the raps that I wanted to memorize. I always kept some headphones on. I always kept me a mixed cassette of, early, guys from the early days, like Busy Bee.
Wow.
Yeah, man, all of the old school guys. I had Cold Crush Brothers, Fabulous 5, Furious 4.
Oh man,
it doesn't stop. It doesn't stop, man. Yeah. I was on those 12 inches and on the new releases, man, like white on rice. We had to go and dig in the crates, and we had to read. We had to read the labels and see the phone numbers on there and see who produced it and who was the executive producer and where was it coming from, and and then going with Brother Luke. What was one of the highlights with Brother Luke after growing up on the music and then meeting him, to go on and to see actually how the records and cassettes and everything were made. So I learned a lot from Brother Luke as far as like manufacturing and marketing. Luke was a marketing genius for adding the women, into the show with us. That was a big marketing move. That was a big marketing move. And like I said early on, you can see that today with the female rappers, such as Lil Kim, Nicki Minaj, and Megan Thee Stallion, which has just won 2 Grammys. I was like, whoa. Yes. I was like, oh, that's big. Megan Thee Stallion, that's big. She up there with Billie Eilish. I'm like, wow. That's the first time I watched the Grammys in a long time. That's the first time I watched the Grammys in a long time. And I'm like, okay, that's big too. But man, I can see us in the culture, man, and I am so glad to be a part of and to be on that journey. With 2 Live Crew is going, being as far as to the Supreme Court. We probably are not Grammy material and probably would have never won a Grammy. I've never been to the Grammys or anything like that, but hey, as far as our culture and our genre of music, I'll be cemented in it forever.
Oh man, come on.
Come on.
That's like you could have dropped the mic as soon as you said that part right there.
You said that for sure.
Yeah, it's game over, man. Like, real talk. And I would say this right here, man. It shows a lot of your upbringing, man. Because I'm gonna tell you, like we know the stories of it could be for an athlete, an entertainer, or whoever, and they come back and they do an interview about this, about that, blah, blah, blah. Brother, when I tell you that you are so sharp, you already feel me, right? Conscious, like I'm
already feeling
sharp, breaking, and
I'm just quiet, man. I'm
Real Food. The podcast is about, I say, mind, body, grub. Like we talk about social issues, we get into the food thing, we get into life, relationships. What you're saying is, and we're doing a lot more interviews, which we're blessed and humbled and honored to have you up here with me and Conscious. But you're feeding us. You're feeding us right now, and this is stuff that not only young people but older people are going to pick this up and they're going to take that with them. Somebody that's watching this who is a artist, young or older, what would you tell them? What would you tell them? Like, make sure you do this and make sure you don't do that. What would you tell them?
Well, I would tell them, if I had it to do all over again, I would go to school for production. I would go to school for business. I would go to school for music law. I would definitely get the business aspect of it all down first before I probably step into the studio. And then I would try to work on my craft. I would try to work on my craft as much as I can to possibly, to get a record that would be in relevance to what's going on at that particular time.
Gotcha.
And just having all of the knowledge, on marketing, on promotions, on radio, on publishing, on owning the masters and all of that comes along with it. The whole administrative part of being an artist.
Gotcha.
I would want to try to control all of that as much as I could.
Nice.
Yep.
That's real.
Mm-hmm.
True. Each one teach one situation. You know,
teach one situation. Hey, I'm gonna bring it back to some fun stuff real quick. You know what I'm saying? I gotta ask. You was just talking about the women, so that was the major thing for us when I was coming up. Like, damn, where did you get this? You know what I'm saying? So I want to know.
I want to add something to that too. It was a lot of opportunities that I had to, to be more in on a lot of the business aspects of it, as far as learning the business and everything with Brother Luke, and some of that opportunity got away from me because I was busy doing other things, being young and wild and being 2 Live Crew, and
gotcha.
I didn't pay attention to some of the small details, and I didn't really dot my I's and cross my T's like I should have, and but that's my story, and you know what I'm saying? It ain't perfect, but it is what it is. And trust me, I'm suffering from some of them long, hard lessons right now. I'm getting my ass kicked by them, but it's all good.
Hey man, you gotta have those bumps in the road, man. I was telling them on my podcast, man. I signed my first little contract when I was like 17 years old. I didn't know no better. I asked my pop to be my manager. You know what I'm saying? My pop was a school teacher. He's like, what? He didn't know
back in them days,
man.
Miami was so hot, boy. Everybody had contracts. Everybody had record labels, and everybody had everything.
Yeah, man. I mean, signing that contract. You're right. I mean, and even though you saying that, it's a lot of young guys out there right now who ain't getting that lesson. I mean, they still making the same exact mistakes that was made years ago. They making the same exact mistakes right now.
Yeah.
But then a lot of them are getting hip to it quick though, because there's so much information out there. As far it's a lot of information out there for it right now. They can get to a situation in the record business and log on and get a whole education over it. Right on your phone. They got tutorials and everything on YouTube that'll take you through the record business step by step.
I bought that one book. I forgot what the name of it was. How to be in the record business. I forgot what the guy's name was. Khalif. I forgot his name was.
Kashif.
That was like my first little book I bought, man, trying to learn something about the music business.
I never read it, but I heard about it. Yeah, I heard about that.
I bought that book. I was reading like cover to cover, man. I was like, man, and that's probably why, we hadn't, me and my guys, and I've been, been around for, a little bit, while we hadn't signed a lot of contracts and did deals, because they want everything. They want to take you publishing. They want to take everything. So pay attention, man. The young guys out there, pay attention. And the cool thing about it is, it's like, they're getting $1 million for a single right now. It was harder for us back then. They're almost millionaires off of mixtapes, right now.
Yeah.
The game has changed. The game has changed.
It has. And it brings me to a line that Nas said on one of his records, and I'm gonna mess it up, but he said it ain't too many rappers that still flow fatal. It's fucked up. It all started with 2 turntables, right? Hip hop started with 2 turntables, and if you really and I know y'all know the story, but for the people that don't, a lot of the blackouts in New York City, when they took out all the music programs in the schools, what I'm saying? The kids couldn't, you wonder why it was a vast period of time when kids was playing instruments, jazz, we invented black people. It's just a fact. We invented all this music, but it was a time when they took all that out of schools. So black and brown people invented music, and with the blackouts, they was able to go into these places, get these turntables, boom, 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 and they created something. Flash created the first crossfader. Grand Wizard Theodore, the first one to scratch. Boom. Nas said, it's fucked up. It all started. Look, we started a business that literally runs the whole world. You cannot have a commercial.
No.
A TV show, you can't
everywhere.
You got on an Adidas hat, the way you wear your hat, the way I wear my hat, the way this is hip hop. And I want to say this right here. I want to get this in because like y'all we're gonna have a word from the network. Got to say that feeling podcast network. Back to business. It goes to all of that. What I said. When you speak of giving the true flowers, we have to, in every way, go back to Two Live Crew. Go back to Brother Marquise, Fresh Kid Ice, Mr. Make Salute. Yeah. Because that process, I remember the times when I say it's two type of people that dealt with hip. Now hip hop is on a whole nother level now of people. It is the pop music, the mainstream.
Number one genre. The number one genre. Selling this genre in the world. You can't advertise anything without hip hop. You can't advertise anything without hip.
You can listen, look, and you can listen to country music. Country music now uses hip hop cadences in their songs.
Oh my God.
Straight up. So I remember the time, and I say this about.
I already know it. I got my favorite country artists too, and not to cut you off too, but if you ever go to a country club, they're going to play the top country hits, and they're going to play the top hip hop hits, and they blend in, and they don't miss a beat. And I was over in Alabama. I was hanging out at this bar, and they like the ratchet hip hop. They love it. They love it. The country music fans, they stick to the southern rap, ratchet hip hop, and they don't miss a beat. The DJ will play it, and they do not miss a beat, man. And I was like, whoa. Yeah.
Look, man, I've been saying this. I've been saying this for a long time. When it comes to hip hop, you know, coming from the time that we come from, Conscious, because like me and Conscious are talking about, you know, like we're like kids in the candy store because we're actually talking to somebody who we listen to along with the MC. Like we talk about 12 inches. I remember MC Shan, Marley Scratch, one of the first ones. Like, oh my God, this is, and we were slowly falling in love with hip hop. With people that came from that time, it's two types of consumers when it came to hip hop. It was people that said, Rappers Delight. Oh, that's cool. And then it was people like me and Conscious who. We went to bed and we was like dream that we said those rhymes. Or with Rakim, I ain't no joke. My first moment of, and I want to ask you this too, Brother Marquise, but my first time when I said, oh shit, being a kid from the South, like, oh my God, I love this shit. When I heard 2 years ago, a friend of mine, oh man, I was done. I was done, man.
Man, that was one of my big influences right there. Run DMC.
Run DMC, man. Come on, man.
I'm gonna be like Run DMC and LL Cool J.
Yeah. Everybody I love it when y'all used to have them big Dookie ropes on. Yeah, man.
I went from listening to Run DMC to being on stage with him.
Man, look, we can end the show right there and just keep
I ended up being on stage with him. I think if my memory served correctly, I think one time we headlined over Run DMC.
Yeah, you did.
Run DMC. Well, yeah, especially at home, but I think somewhere else we headlined over them guys, and I was like, wow.
You did.
Yeah, Master J was always cool. He'd always speak. He'd make himself available. Run. We could never say anything to Run. I finally got a chance to meet DMC about 12 years ago. I told him, wow.
Yeah. And you know, bringing that up, shout out. I'm a huge fan of Jay Prince. Very, very much so.
Oh man, that's a great brother. That's a great brother, man. Yeah, great brother, great smart businessman.
Yeah,
real dude.
And really putting that light on the South. But we cannot. We have to remember and go back, no matter good or bad. Luther Campbell, MC Shadi, all that. You know what I'm saying? Like we have to give that. Like you're making them independent records fresh out the trunk, like you say, going into them pressing plants. That's some real deal stuff, man. That's some real.
Yeah. I had, well, in Miami, it was cats that had press implants, and everybody talk about, how it, not meaning to go there, but, how it like, the street culture, then the rap culture and how it happened. I mean, guys in Miami had their own press implants, you know what I mean? They had their own press implants that was running record labels,
Can't see the Sunshine Band. There you go, right there.
If you didn't want to go over here to a white man's press implant to get your masters and get your wax made, it was some brothers, around Opalaka and those warehouses that had their own. Yep.
Oh yeah.
All you do is throw that wax. You have a bag of wax and you throw that wax in there and melt it down, and you have a master, which is like kind of steel, aluminum. You put that thing on there, and the whole nine. I learned the whole nine from Luke. You get it mastered at Fuller Sound out there in Miami Lakes.
Of course, I know Fuller Sound.
Miami Lakes. You get that plate, and then you take it to the pressing plant, man, and boom, boom, boom. And then we saw the cassettes came, and we saw the CDs came, and I'm grateful. To have been in the music industry that long to actually see it until now, because I used to hold those waxes when those 12 inches used to be really thick. I used to get them when they used to still be hot. Fresh off the press, real hot.
Wow.
Damn. You took it back, you know what I'm saying? So
man.
That goes to another question, man. I got for you real quick. I got a bunch of Miami questions, but I'm gonna ask you, this thing about, I want to know, what I don't see now going on in hip hop, man. And I got a bunch of young cats that I know, man. I don't see them, loving and understanding where they came from. You know what I'm saying? You're a legend out here, man. I just want to know what you think, because you just talked about the legends that you love, and I'm only talking about a legend that I love coming up. You know what I'm saying?
I'm still paying homage. Well, they probably do. The young guys, some of them are say it and some of them don't. Some of them don't. But eventually, it'll pop. They'll look it up on the phone. They'll look it up on the phone and see it. But anybody say nothing, you know what I mean? Yeah. Especially out here with this rap stuff right now, it'll be even hard for me to approach these young brothers and all of that, man, because it's a little bit wild. You got rap and you got the gang culture rap. I wouldn't even know how to, like the old heads say, we stay out the way. You know what I'm saying? You don't even know how these young brothers is coming. I probably had to have a gun to go up to some of these young brothers and say, man, I like your music, man. Like what get out of here, that shit over.
Pull out a gun and say hello. Hey, how you doing, brother? You doing all right? I'll see you later.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Because I have went back. I was at a and I don't mean to take over the shit, with all of these old stories.
This is you.
Here for you. You know what I mean?
This is
one brother had me escorted out of the backstage area. I went to the Funk Fest. Now I seen this dude in Miami. Now we in Miami, all of the guys in Miami, Rick Ross, Burt was there, just a whole Miami thing. I seen him, I told him I loved and respect your music. He took a picture with me. So I goes back I was at the Funk Fest in Birmingham, and I walks to the back, I'm going to the back, and and I was like, yeah, I love and respect your music. He had the security to escort me out. What? I ain't saying nothing to these young ass niggas no more. Fuck them. I ain't mean it like that though. He kind of pissed me off. I ain't saying nothing to these young ass niggas. He gonna have security grab me and shit and tell me to leave. I don't know if he was scared. Because I'm not a sucker. I don't need a bodyguard. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was saying again, fuck niggas backstage, the real niggas in the crowd. You know what I mean?
You know what?
Wow.
And at the end of the day, man, like we're dealing with a super clout chasing. Like they said that it used to be raised by OG, now they're raised by IG. So it's like forgive them, Father. Forgive them, Father. They know not what they do.
They know not what they do.
Keep moving on. Keep moving on. I want to go to this. I want to go to this right here, man. The other day, I had I work a couple of jobs. My passion, of course, is music and all that. But I work a couple of jobs. But I gave up one the other day, and my boss was like, "Yo, man, what you think, man? What you think, man? You think you man? I'm telling you, leave this job, it's gonna be a problem." I told him, I said I got 99 problems and a job ain't one. I got another fucking job. Can we talk about that? A lot of people don't know that whole term. I got 99 problems and a bitch ain't one. They refer to Jay-Z. Shout out Sean Carter, but can we give the people the true?
I knew that was coming.
True origin. When I talk, I already had it in my questions, right?
Yeah.
But when I talked to Nicole today, and I wanted to introduce myself and thank her for having me and Conscious and That Feeling Podcast Network to do this. Yeah. We were talking, and she said, "You know what? A lot of people they be talking about. They don't know they don't come from the 99 problems came." I was like, "Oh, I got to ask that question."
Oh yeah.
She was adamant about that. So break it down for the people who don't know.
Well, 99 problems. I got that from a dude from Overtown. Now, some say that JT Money probably said it first. Some probably say that JT Money probably said it first in one of his rhymes.
I think, yeah.
One of his rhymes, I Hate Hoes or something, one of them songs. I don't know. But I got it from a cat. If JT did say it first, I got it from a cat named Gigolo from Overtown.
Okay.
I got it on the side of a Rolex at a dice game. Yeah. Watch a cat shoot CeeLo. On the side of the road.
You know about that CeeLo. What you talking about? Yeah. I used to have it in my teeth. Right there. You know what I'm saying? 4, 5, 6.
Head crack, fool. Yeah. But yeah, that's where I got it from. Man. And it stuck with me. Didn't me, you know. Yeah. At that time, me and Ice was cool. I set it around Ice, and Ice then went and made the record. But thank God Ice called me to put me on the record. He didn't. I guess he had to do that. He had to do that, but I don't know. But before then, though, one thing.
hey, when he called you,
because he called
you Marquise, did he say, "Hey, yo, Marquise, you want to be on this record, 99 Problems?"
Yeah, it kind of went like that. No, he just said he had a record for me. Then when I got there, it was the hook that I said around him, and it stuck with. It was so dope, it stuck with him, and he put his When I got the record, he had his verse on there as well as the hook. So
wow.
And me and Ice was kind of cool. We was kind of cool, but he threw a red flag. He threw a red flag up, when he was shooting the movie Trespass with the great brother Ice Cube out in Atlanta.
Yeah,
we went to a strip club in Midtown over there in Atlanta off of Spring. We went to Cheetahs. And this was back then before. This was back then before you had cell phones that would take the picture. Ice had the box Polaroid. He had the box Polaroid. I think it was yellow or green. It could have been maybe Kodak or Polaroid or whatever. But Ice took a picture of a stripper, and the manager seen him. And Ice tried to throw the camera in my jacket.
No,
he tried to put the camera in my jacket. And my homeboy seen that. One of the guys from the streets.
Wow.
In Miami was like, man. Ice supposed to be your homeboy. You know how Miami guys are. That cracker, why that cracker put the camera in your jacket? Supposed to be your homeboy. What's going on with it? That was like a red flag, but
Yeah.
That was a big red flag. You were waving that.
Yep. And then after that, a little bit after that, after the movie came out and whatever, I think I was in LA and I said 9 Problems, and then Ice called and woo, that was that. And got mad at me because called me a snitch. Basically, they'll play you like a snitch if you do a record with somebody in the industry and you want your money. I guess I don't know how they do it. I guess they don't know how they do it. When the record get big, the artist that features on the record does not get anything. But I didn't have mine legitimized. Thinking that Ice was kind of cool with me, and probably I should have took a better route and probably really tried to reach out to him to. Get more, whatever, but besides putting the suits in it that he says, which are the lawyers. And then, of course, Jay-Z had the record and whoop. And I called Def Jam, tried to make them aware that I had the record. Somebody got on the phone and was like, Playboy. So I sent some material up there and I tried to reach out to people before the actual lawyers got involved, but, nobody gave me any money. So, nobody want to give me any money,
Yeah. Okay, I got one for you, man. What about now you said 99 Prime. What about Doodoo Brown? That's you all day. They sample you like 1,000 times in there. How about that?
I know it, right? Luke took that record and gave it to Frank Ski. Didn't even give me any money for sampling my voice off of the record, and that record became big. He did the whole big Doodoo Brown thing and kept that movement going. Congrats to him. And Frank Ski, that's right, big radio announcer guy right now. I listen to his show.
Oh yeah.
He's a good brother too, man. Very spiritual.
Yeah, he's gonna see it. He gonna see this. This is gonna circulate. It's gonna circulate. He's gonna see it. It's
very good. Very good guy. guy. But man, that Doodoo Brown thing, I got that from Clay D. Actually, Clay D had a like a banana. He had like a banana cream colored Cadillac 4-door. It's like I just got my Cadillac out of Master Seat. Yeah, Master Seat covers. I got a Doodoo Brown rag put on it, and bam, I caught that one and ran with that one. Yeah.
Oh, you doing something? You talking about Beatmaster Clay D? You start talking about cats like that. Now you going back.
Yeah. Say that. Yeah, Doodoo Brown Cadillac, and then the guys always be like, "Yeah, boy, got the Doodoo Brown Cutlass over there, the Doodoo Brown box heavy."
Yeah.
So
it says a lot about the cloth that you cut from, Brother Marquise. Is that you talked about a couple of instances where you could have took total credit for something, and that people like yourself.
I should start stealing. That's how you win. You got to steal first, then you got to let niggas shoot at you, look for you, and talk about you, and keep the money and bill.
Yeah. But you know what? You're able to sleep well at night, and eventually it's gonna come back. It's gonna come back. And speaking of that, I was talking to Nicole about you're in the process of working to get that music that you authored back. You mind talking about that? Getting all your rights back?
Yeah, man. Hopefully that'll come through. But you know what we're dealing with, man. They're gonna fight tooth and nail to keep all of that because that body of work has given a lot of people identity. You know what I mean? It's like they ain't got Two Live Crew, they the shit, and they definitely don't want to lose it because of the money that they're making or potentially could make, by owning that whole thing. And I think, and sometimes I get mad and they might catch me on one of these podcasts where I might be venting. I'm just mad that day. Something ain't go right at work and I might come on here and cuss everybody out. I'm human. I'm human.
Right.
And and that shit was real funky, how they did that. And I used to tell people all the time, I'd be like, China Man gonna die. China Man is gonna die broke because of this shit, and y'all got it and y'all running around here like it's all that, and just got to the point, man, where I told the people that, I'm tired of y'all fucking with me with this Two Live Crew shit. China Man is dead, and I'm finna leave before I catch a case over here fucking with y'all.
There you go.
It's getting to the point right now to where and I'm not a violent guy. I got a non-confrontational vibe, but they kind of pushed me to the point to where I want
enough is enough. Enough is enough.
I don't blame you.
Enough is a fucking enough, man.
Yeah. What was your last conversation with Fresh Kid Ice?
Oh man, my last conversation with him, and I used to always, because I knew it was coming. Every time I talked to him, I told him I loved him. I even told his family that I loved him. My last words to him was, "I love you," and I made sure they were. I made sure my last words was, "I love him," to his family and to him. So
yeah, man. That's real. That's real.
That's real talk over there, man.
That's real. That's real.
Damn, that's deep, man. Because I love all of y'all, man. I was influenced by all of y'all, man. I mean, China Man, you know what I'm saying? He did throw the D. So that was the first time we heard Two Live Crew. So you know what I mean? I was influenced by all of y'all, man. It's just that man, I hate that kind of stuff. So when that what brought me to where we at right now is because I saw a little YouTube video with Nicole. And I reached out to her. I was like, hey, I'm trying to get Nicole to be my manager, to tell you the truth. I was like, hey, how can I hook up with you? And she was like, yeah. She was like, I'm doing this, I'm doing this with Brother Marquise, and I'm trying to we got this little I think she said y'all was having like a little seminar thing, and she would say, I said, yeah, I'll pay. I pay to go to the seminar.
Yeah, she
tell me where
she
it's
told me.
at.
Yeah.
I told her, yeah, I pay. I pay to tell me where it's at.
Thank you. Yeah, we're gonna have a virtual thing going on, man.
Yeah,
and
I pay for it. Just tell me where it's at.
I'll
I'll be
to
happy.
Same here.
Yeah. Thank you, brothers, man. Thank everybody
right here,
for
you know what
support.
I'm saying? So yeah. So and that brought me to I heard all this stuff and I saw what she was doing for you. And, and I kind of knew a little bit because I knew something was funny because I started picking up 2 Live Crew records. I buy CDs, but before they had, streaming, it was a CD. And you look on the back and it say Lil Joe. I'm like, who the hell is Lil Joe? Well, I didn't know who that was.
Yeah.
Now I'm a little more savvy now, so now I really don't want to play that stuff, man. I'm doing like like De La Soul. I really don't want to play that stuff. If they ain't taking care of you and they ain't taking care of Fresh Kid Ice, if they ain't doing what they supposed to be doing, I ain't gonna play it. I don't play I saw it on the back. JT Money in the same boat. I feel that way about JT. Same way. You know what I'm saying? So hell, if they ain't playing y'all, ain't showing y'all love and y'all respect, I won't ever play it again. I'll let you rap it to me live. Hey
man,
that's real.
What? And by you saying that right now, I'm trying to spearhead a whole movement against that. A whole movement against that right there. By getting the rights back, by letting everybody know what actually took place, because get real deep into the story, man, to tell y'all how a lot of that stuff went down. It just was a lot of play and money, and it was a lot of disloyalty. I mean, it was a lot of basically a lot of disloyalty, but I think it had a lot to do with, basically people wanting to outshine one another. Probably felt this way about somebody. Me, I was a team player, so if somebody told me that I had the best lyrics, I'm taking that all in for the team, trying to help the team. Unfortunately in the group, you got people in the group that get off on the spotlight. Like, I'm thinking our whole fight should be right now, sort of in certain instances with Brother Luke, we should be fighting over some money. But Luke, when it comes to TV, when it comes to some kind of TV exposure, and we all there invited, Luke people gonna try to jump on Mr. Mix, and at the time Debo, and then when Mr. Mix got on stage, Luke then snatched the mic from him, and and all of that. So I'm like, wow, and from the words of the prolific George Clinton, everybody has a little light under the sun, but they want the spotlight. Everybody want the fame and the individual interviews and all of that. So that's the part of fame I don't like right there. All of that sucker shit to come into it. I'm not that insecure. Don't nobody got to know me for myself. Don't know me for Brother Marquise. And then sometimes I might say too, I don't want to be known for, all of that cussing and all of that on the records, but I did that for the culture. But that's just what it is. 2 Live Crew, that shit is over with right now. Kind of let that shit go. It kind of seems like people get a little bit, they get a little bit mental with that shit, man, and all of the press and all of that. You're not gonna have it like that, like you first had it, man. So now should be the time to where everybody comes back together and shine and give the fans what they want for a couple of more rounds, especially after the pandemic. They're gonna want to see it. They're gonna want to see something old school. We could do something virtual, but I don't think Mr. Luke ain't gonna mess with me. Probably think I'm gonna be crying. I'm gonna be watching them a little too close about that bag, and I might not stay around long enough for him to put the plan and the play together that he has in mind for what it should be, and I'll probably get some money and walk out. Which might be true, but I never gave Brother Luke my word on nothing, because I haven't even had a decent conversation with Luke throughout the whole damn time. I knew Luke was a foul brother. I didn't like him. His character, shit like that don't match up to mine, but a lot of people doesn't. Everybody ain't gonna like you that work with you. Me and Luke, we ain't got to like each other to work together for 10 hours a day, and then we can get off and go to the park somewhere and fight. But we can get this money right now. You know what I'm saying? He might have a certain kind of pride going where, if I can't whoop him like I used to whoop him, I ain't gonna fuck with him. I'm gonna cut off my own nose to see that they don't get a dollar. So it is what it is, man.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you something.
And I let Luke Puff Daddy the situation. You can do all the interviews. Give me my money. Give me my money this time. Everybody knows what's going on. If you still out there talking about you did everything, that's cool. Or you should just come real, Brother Luke, and just say, I fucked the boys. It wasn't no contract. It wasn't basically no contract came until Nasty As We Want to Be. I got the niggas down here from California, New York, wherever they from, told them that I loved them and we gonna do this as a family. And then when Nasty As They Want to Be came, I gave them a contract and fucked them. That's all you got to say.
Hey, I'm gonna
That's
be
all you
honest
got
with
to
you. You know, everybody talk about Luke. You know, I'm a Miami boy. I respect Luke. You know what I'm saying? I'm from there, and I see all these interviews, and I watch Fat Joe, and everybody talking about I can't come to Miami. Luke. You know, I respect. Hey, he from the crib. I ain't got nothing against that. But y'all was the
That's
MCs.
right. That's
I
right.
didn't hear Luke. You know, I heard Head Booty, and you know, he repeated the same thing over and over and over. However, Brother Marquise and Fresh Kid Ice was spitting. Y'all was the dudes that was actually saying them lyrics.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
That
saying?
was writing everything. That was giving Luke words to say. We was giving Luke words to say, man. We was giving Luke words to say, man. Luke fucked us, and that's just all of that. That's just the way that went down. He, you know, got us there, befriended us, told us he loved us, and we was family. And then as he got a little bit more knowledgeable of the business, and I guess found out that, you know, how much power that a signature in the contract would have, you know, he's going to take all of, you know, he's going to go against all of that and go for the money. And that's just what he did. Now, in certain instances, it wasn't all about the money. It's just the way that he did it. Because now that he got the bag, he got real sporty and turned into a nasty dude. And turned into really a nasty dude. But we ain't going to get on that either. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we're
gonna celebrate myself as well as him and his life and his family.
That's it. And I want to
work with Brother Luke. I will work with Brother Luke.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And I believe
that's definitely a bag for sure.
Yeah, I'll work with him, but the bitch gonna have to pay me. He gonna pay me. He gonna pay me.
I love it.
I'll fuck with him, but the nigga gonna have to pay me.
Yeah, and he already know that.
Luke can get that bag and boy, Luke can get that money, boy, and go to moving fast, boy. He go to moving fast. Your ass won't be able to get him.
You like, who? Brother, who?
That nigga disappear your ass right in Miami. You get ducked off quick.
Yo, I want to add something to that. You know, dealing with Real Food, man. Real Food is all about right is right, wrong is wrong. And I'm gonna tell you like this, coming from what you just said. I mean, and this is something I talked about before. We love this black and brown skin that we're in. We love it. We love it, right? And we love people in general, no matter what color you are. But one thing I've learned that the older you get, you'll realize that a lot of times people that look like you will fuck you.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And we're not saying that we don't love them no more, but let's be real about it. A lot of times, not all the time, but a lot of times people that look like us will fuck us, and then a lot of times people that don't look like us will be the ones that's helping. So let's when we have to look. I've always said I don't believe on putting a white person, patting them on the back for not being, thank you for not being racist. You shouldn't be fucking racist.
At all.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to hug you because you did the right thing, but let's look at things the way it is. These same people will get up and talk about, yeah, man, I try to do this for the community, the black community, blah, blah. How the fuck are you saying you're doing something for the black community when you fucking the black man that's standing beside you? So let's keep it all the way real. Like, real talk. Right is right, wrong is wrong, man. So we need to. I told Nicole today when she told me about that, when we was talking, and I actually hit her back in text. I said, "Yo, is it okay to talk about Brother Marquise getting his rights and his music back?" She said, "Yes, please." And I told her then, I said, "Yo, the Dat Feeling Podcast Network, we have about 9 to 10 different the whole Dat Feeling Podcast Network, whatever y'all need to push that. Real Food, the Salute Podcast, all of us.
Right there.
To push that, please. You know what I'm saying? Because that's important, man. That's important.
I don't know how cool you are with Mr. Mix. I don't know if y'all still down. I reached out to him. I love to get Mr. Mix on the Salute because he was in the military. And we can talk about the same stuff again.
Yeah, hats off to y'all military guys, man. We used to be recording in the barracks on March Air Force Base. I used to stay in the barracks with Mr. Mix.
For real.
I want to talk about y'all stuff. I'm on here because of you. My whole show is military hip hop. I talked about cats to do, but I was like, yo, I'm on this. I'm here because I want to be right here with, I want to hear this man's story. I want you to speak. I'm quiet. I ain't got nothing to say.
Thanks to everybody that served in the military, man. Thanks to everybody that served in the military. I know a couple cats that has did 2 or 3 tours, You know, and I know some cats that just went in the military straight and got out. But, you know, for y'all serving this country, whatever it is, our country, and y'all going in there and doing what y'all did and come out, you know, healthy and all crazy, PTSD and all that other kind of stuff like that.
Yeah, man.
I'm y'all brothers. I know Mr. Mix was Air Force, so I was like, yo, you know what I mean?
A lot of guys are, veterans, boy. Y'all guys ride around with a lot of guns, got road rage, damn near shoot at the police, and then tell them what you did for the country. And talk about how they ain't giving you enough money. You're getting 100% discount, 100%. Them 100% disability. You get them 100% disabilities, boy, for the military, boy. Y'all ain't having it. You know, I'm thinking the gun on me. My military guys might snap on me. You know?
Hey, Brother Marquise. I tell people, I say, because like this, but you know, we all know that war is about every war that's been fought. What they said it was about was not that. It's really protecting rich people's money. You know what I'm saying? But I give it up to military people. Thank you. And whenever the holidays, whenever Memorial Day come around, all that stuff, and I see the veterans I had their hat on. I say, hey, man, thank you for your service. And they say, hey, man, you doing a little time in the military? I said, yeah, I did a little time in the Army. Oh, really? I said, yeah, Salvation Army.
You talking about that hat right there?
Yeah, that's the boys right there. There they go.
Yes, sir.
POWs. Man, yeah, I got a godfather in New York. My godfather in New York, big shot goes out to Levi Jackson. He has his Purple Hearts on display.
Man.
Sure, he got Purple Hearts in Vietnam. You know, to hear some of them stories about you getting shot at and going in there, picking up some of your brothers, throwing them over your back and dragging them in. Yeah. Some
that always got to me, man. I appreciate y'all, bro. Y'all brothers that's on that front line. Something that always got to me, man, was the brothers that came back, man, that fought and gave their lives or risked their lives, and then they come back home and be called a nigga, man. That's always bothered me, man. That's bothered me. It's like, damn, like what the fuck, man? I can't. Like, damn, like, come on, man. Like, yo,
man, it's crazy, man. I had a chance, when I was at the Pentagon, man. I had a chance to talk to the only two brother chief master sergeants of the Air Force, the highest rank you can have in the Air Force. There's only two of them. And I asked him, I say, yo, man, you mean to tell me out of all these years in the military, there's only two of y'all? Only two of y'all? The Air Force been around since is it what, 48, 47? I mean, come on now. You mean to tell me it's only two of y'all? I just was in disbelief. He just started shaking his head, laughing like, "Oh man."
America should take care of its veterans and all of the guys that served, because I know another guy too. I know another brother, older gentleman. He has some awards for what he's done in war, and he's having a hard time getting his 100% disability. Some of them get it, some of them don't. All of them should have it.
I think so. My girl's father was in Vietnam. He having trouble too. They denied him. They only gave him 30%. I'm like, what?
Man,
goes off to all of the veterans. Anybody who served this country, man, for what it is, and to make us safe over here in America, and to be free and to live up under the Constitution and all of the rights and all of that so-called stuff. Whoever it applies to, for our people to be over here free, and to we get all of this stuff together with the police and all of that. Hats off, Hats off to you.
And I'm with you on that too, because I'm gonna tell you like this: I ain't patting nobody on the back, but I applaud the white folks that step out in front, because the white folks step out in front and really champion what we're going through. They getting it from their racist family and friends, like, you're a nigga lover. No, man, I appreciate you doing that, and we need more of y'all to do that. We need more of y'all to stand out front, because it's real out here. It's real out here, straight out.
It was funny when you were talking about how, like when I was in the military, man, it wasn't always the brothers that helped me. I'm just telling you right now.
It's real.
They were trying to, so I understand you, your brother.
Oh, yeah.
I understand, man.
Man, look, man.
My back full of stab wounds from brothers. Yeah. Trust me on it.
And look, and see, the conversation that we're having, and it came like, I'm glad that Brother Marquise elaborated on that, because I've seen the interviews with Luke. I don't know him, but I've seen the interviews where he touted, black this, black that. But we have a man right here that's like, I'm black too. I'm black too, and I got fucked, bro.
Listen, man, listen. And I don't mean to cut you off again. I'm glad that
you got it.
I'm glad that you got back on that because I've heard those same interviews where Luke calling me a pussy nigga and all of this on the shit with the guys.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I did a podcast, and then the women then teamed up with Luke, you know, trying to get back at me, but that's cool. Whatever me and brother Luke got, man, we should come together as black men now. Squash it. Chinaman has died for the culture and hip hop, and everybody feels that he's not being honored the way that he should be, and that is because we're not honoring each other while we're up here alive. We should be together, holding benefits, concerts, starting a foundation for him together to help better Luke's cause in Miami, which is helping them kids get scholarships with football and sports, helping them kids get scholarships with music to go to some of these HBCUs and all of that he is so into. But at the same time, Brother Luke, you got to stop trying to take credit for everything, man. Chinaman is dead, man. It's time to tell everybody what everybody put into 2 Live Crew, and it was not only you. Secondly, Brother Luke, I am black, because you were quick to jump on these interviews and say they ran over there with the white man. I was black when I made something. Yeah. I was black when I made 2 Live Crew is what we are. I was black until Me So Horny came out with that album that has over 375 cuss words on it. Now, I was black until the point to where whatever you and Mr. Weinberger had going on, and I think Mr. Weinberg slimed his way in there and did something too, but you were slipping too. And at the same time, too, karma does come back on us. What you put out there is what you gonna get back. So you wasn't every time I steal something, somebody steals something from me. You stole from us. The white man came back in there and got you while you were slipping. Anyway, up until that point, I was black. After you done sold the stuff in bankruptcy court, and I think that we had the name. We had the name that some people ain't gonna like what I'm about to say right now, but it is my truth, and it ain't perfect. Go ahead, man. It ain't perfect. It ain't perfect. But Chinaman came out of bankruptcy court. Me and Mr. Mix was over there in Vision Studios, off of West Dixie and whatever that studio right there, 135th. Yep. They was going to bankruptcy court, and I think the judge granted all of us the name. And Chinaman went to court with Mr. Weinberg. I know his kids ain't gonna like me. They're gonna probably want to take shots at me when they see me, shoot at me with some real guns. It's cool. I think Chinaman cut a deal with Mr. Weinberg, saying, "Don't tell Marquise and Mr. Mix that I got the name. I'm gonna sell the name to you." And by doing that underhandedly, Chinaman probably did own the name, or Mr. Weinberger probably led Chinaman on to believing that he owned the name, and Mr. Weinberger took back the name solely to himself. And that's how some of that went down. We were supposed to have a name, but I am black though, Luke, until you threw them contracts on us and fucked us in the paperwork. And so you lost that shit to Mr. Weinberger, sold it. And I think sometimes you think that we were supposed to come back with you and regroup to start it all over again. And I kind of wanted to do that, but you still was popping off that, you did everything and these niggas is this and that and they over there with the crack and all that. I was black before you went to bankruptcy court and sold it. So by me going over there with Mr. Weinberger, trying to keep 2 Live Crew's legacy going and follow the music that you sold, I become what you call, I guess, a sellout or Uncle Tom or something like that. I ain't never been no Uncle Tom. I ain't never been no yes man up under you nor Mr. Weinberger. I've never had a good relationship with you nor Mr. Weinberger because there was a lot of shit that I was expressing that I didn't like, and I know what the fuck y'all was doing. Yeah. So ain't nobody been right. I'm black now, and I was black over there with Mr. Weinberger, and I'm black for not being over there with it.
Let me ask you a question.
So, all of that old shit, like this nigga, pussy nigga, and all of that shit like that. I'm seeing the interviews now. That is not cool, because if my recollection served me correctly, I could be on here saying some shit that'll make your ass look like a pussy as well.
Yeah,
in this day and time. I've seen some shit. I've seen some shit. But first of all, I want to elaborate on Luke doing some heroic shit.
Black Mac just said maybe we should get Luke and bring Brother Marquise back to squash it. What you think?
Yeah, that would be great. That would be great. That would be
maybe
great.
The whole crew. Yeah.
That would be good.
Man,
I just need to holler at him. I just need to holler at him. I need to holler at him. Me and Luke can make some things happen ourselves. I need to holler at him.
Yeah, and
let me ask you a question. Did y'all get signed to Def Jam? I heard some interview where he was saying that y'all got signed to Def Jam.
Was I think too, the Chinaman's people had something to do with that to go over there with Little Joe. Everybody was getting slick, but Luke did all of that to us, so everybody then got slick, and without Luke, everybody, instead of coming together, everybody went against each other after that whole shit, because me and Mr. Mix had Luke sued, but I think Luke offered Chinaman some money and gave him a solo record deal to side back with him to fuck up the case, because me and Mr. Mix was, we were suing Luke like Shadi did, but Chinaman fucked that up also, in which I know his family ain't gonna like that, and they support, they gonna be wanting me to say a lot of good things about Chinaman. But again, bro, y'all know what's going on. I'm telling my truth. Chinaman, up until he died with me, as much love as I tried to show him and hug him, and as many times as he, pushed me away and said some things, I still loved it. And I'm still gonna uplift his name. For whatever he did with the white man to try to secure himself into Live Crew and get money and do underhanded shit to me and Mr. Mix. That was on him. You know what I'm saying?
It seemed like a lot of that when I watch these interviews, man. It seemed like a lot of that went on, man. But
a lot of underhanded shit went on, man. You niggas in Live Crew, boy, seemed like at one time they crossed their mama for some of that money, some of that rap fame.
That's like the story with a lot of cats, man.
Boy, crossed their mama for some of that shit, boy. Fucking around with these groups. They can have that shit. If it's worth all that, man, they can have that shit, man. They can have that shit, bro. Because I wasn't that. Luke has did a lot of shit, man. That I don't know if he trying to, Luke, locked me in the Pac Jam one time, man. Shot at me with an AR-15 full of blanks, and he thought that shit was the funniest shit since the Dave Chappelle show. And also, when I left him, I was coming from 5th Street. I crossed over the little beach thing right there. Yeah. I walked past Luke's on the beach. He started talking about me bad and pulled out a gun on me. And there was about $1 billion worth of street guys in the back of him. All of them put their head down. And when I seen them all one by one, they was like, man, Luke ain't have to do that to you. He ain't have to say that to you. The man should pay you. You want to leave him. Now he talking shit about you. We seen him pull a gun on you. And then my homie Twan called Luke. He told Luke, bring your ass from the parking lot with the gun. And you know me. I saved you on Manor Park from all your DJ equipment. I told niggas don't take it from me. I saved jazz. But if you come out here, Marquise ain't did nothing to you. And he just walking by the club. We going to the car. You fucking with him. You just mad because Marquise done left you. Now you want to pull a gun on him. I'll beat your ass with the gun in your hand. You know who I am. Then Luke stayed his ass in the parking lot right by the valet booth right there at Luke's on the beach. So, it was I don't know if he was doing that as a scare tactic. He always was on some woolly bully shit, like I'm crazy, shit like that. But he has done some heroic shit now. I remember when he has this heroic shit. I've seen Luke do some heroic shit now. I'm
gonna interject. And I'm gonna tell you what I've seen in this last so many minutes, man. You real talk speaking, man. That what you and it's not about views or whatever for me or any of us. But what you just said, man, that came from the depth. That shit, and I'm pretty sure you said it before here and there, but it came from a place of like, I hope that you're lighter. You feel a little lighter when this interview is over, because you said some shit, man. You had to get that out, man. You had, and I can see too. Not only are you upset, but you hurt by this shit.
Yeah, man. Luke always played with the little guys, man. Luke always picked on the little guys, man. He always picked on the little guys. He was just good to be. He was in the right position at the right time, seeing that we were some good guys. And it started off cool in the beginning. But when it came down to the real money and the real publicity and all of that right there, he got business savvy on us and fucked us. Yeah, and that's what he should say in the interviews.
Yeah, and truth be told, if we're being honest, that's been like the story with a lot of groups, it's unfortunate. It's very unfortunate. But I'm gonna say this right here, Brother Marquise, man. Look, first of all, I say again, this right here is so fucking legendary to have you, bro. And I want to ask you this, man, because you got, you one of them cat where they say black don't crack, man. You don't like you aged a bit, but
no.
I feel like it, boy. I got a birthday coming up. I got a birthday coming up in a few weeks, April 2nd. Me and Marvin Gaye.
Hey man, happy birthday.
Okay. Happy birthday, Marvin. You said Marvin Gaye?
Yeah. Me and Marvin Gaye, April 2nd. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, and you know what's? It's funny you say that because I remember because Marvin Gaye's birthday was the next day, and I remember April Fool's is when he died.
Yep.
And I was like, man, you playing me? I stopped playing and boom. But bro, what is next? What is next? To add to Brother Marquise legacy. What's next?
Well, we hear talk of a movie. So I want to see.
Nice.
I hope it's not like how Luke was in the past. He's going to try to make me out to be a certain way in the movie. I want to get paid for being in the movie because legally Hollywood probably can twist you up and just take your story and don't give you a dime for it.
And, real quick.
If Brother Luke was anything like he was in the past, he gonna try to make me look, like totally, fucked up, and ain't gonna pay me for it and use my likeness and all of that. I want to see how that's gonna come out. Coming out with a book. There's a talk of a children's book. Can you imagine that? 2 Live Crew writing a children's book?
Hey, yeah.
We're gonna be
for myself in my life. I want to start me a podcast.
Yeah.
I want to fill up all of these platforms with music, talking about, not even really trying to come back and be relevant, but it's good therapy for me. You talk about where I'm at right now at my age and what I've been through in hip hop, and pay homage to the culture as well and to all of the forefathers.
And do what you love.
You are relevant. You are relevant, man.
I still think I got a pretty good voice, and I want to get back. And I want to get back passionate, man, and get back dedicated to the craft. Get me some tracks and mix them and throw them up on the platform.
Please,
you relevant to me. You relevant to a lot of us out there, man.
Yes.
I want to get me a platform on the podcast. I want to get me a podcast going, man, and build up me some sponsorships. Hopefully get some big corporations behind me, man, and really try to develop some positive content and and really touch on some issues in my life, some of the things that I'm dealing with. Try to get therapy from all of this, man, and take all of my experiences and all of my stories and bring them to the forefront and see, see what I can do.
Get it out there, man. Get it out there.
You got a home right here.
I'm always looking for work. I would like to get in the radio. I would like to get to maybe developing talent for record executives. I still got an ear and an eye. And just stay involved with the with what's going on, and just pick up my phone more and just develop me a brand and just push and get my social media going as far as IG and Twitter and all of that.
I feel I'm old head too, man. I suck with all that stuff too, man. I mean, but Black just said something up here. Black like done and done. If you really want to do that, if you really want to do a podcast, my man Black right here. He got the means, He got the venue, the place for you. He inviting you in, man. So I mean, we all love you over here, man. I'm telling you,
man. I love y'all too, man.
And we got my podcast. I'm in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But now I want you to speak because you need to speak.
Yes,
all the time.
Yes,
I'm a Miami boy. I hear Luke all the time, but I want to hear you. You know what I'm saying? So you want to hear speaking, man? That's right.
I ain't trying to bash Brother Luke either. I love Brother Luke, man, and I hope that man Luke can come together, man, and squash this as black men. We deserve it. We deserve this, man.
Me too. I love Luke too. I love Luke.
We deserve this for each other.
Yeah, you talking about together, man. I think it'd be a beautiful thing, man. It gotta be a way for y'all brothers to work.
I would love to do some benefit concerts for Brother Luke, man, and we give the money to a foundation, man, to better the inner city, man, to help kids out in Liberty City. That'd be bigger and greater and supersede anything that 2 Live Crew has ever done.
Let me tell you something. I went to the Apollo to see the 30 year of Paid in Full. I drove to the Apollo from Atlanta. I went up there to see the 30-year Paid in Full to see Rakim. Trust me.
Boy, the next time you see something like that, invite me. I'm going with you.
There you go.
I'm just telling you, if you and Luke and y'all work that out, I'm gonna do the exact same thing. I'll be right
there
in Miami.
I believe we
same
can.
thing I did for
I believe we can as men. I believe we can as men because you always talk about I would work with him, but of course the white man in the way, and the white man ain't in the way right now. I think Lil Joe ain't gonna say nothing if me and Luke get together. Use the name, do what we gotta do. He ain't gonna say nothing.
I think Nicole got you.
We ain't gonna say nothing. Weinberger ain't gonna say nothing or do nothing. He ain't gonna say nothing. And I ain't talked to Mr. Weinberger nor Luke, but I don't think Mr. Weinberger gonna say nothing. He shouldn't, and he better not say nothing.
And I'm gonna tell you,
I think Nicole gonna make that happen.
I'm gonna tell you,
it's gonna take more people than Nicole. Thank Nicole for what she's doing. Thank Nicole for what she's doing because she is helping me spearhead this whole thing. And without her, you know what I'm saying, it wouldn't have transpired into what it's transpiring into at this point. So,
man.
You know, and me and Nicole, you know, because I'm just not coming off of shit. I don't know, you know, who to trust. So me and her done had our little issues, shit. You know,
it's gonna be it's gonna be good.
I'm telling you right now.
She kicking me in the ass. She kicking me in the ass. So it's love with her and everybody else,
Make it happen. I'm gonna tell you. You talking about music? You need beats. You know, Conscious got beats. DJ 110 got beats. We all squad and family. So
yes, sir.
Production is not.
That's what I need. That's what I need.
We got that. That's all day long, man. That's all I need. Features, all that. We got that. You know, Brother Marquise, man. I'm gonna tell you like this, man. I don't want to hold you up no more because you've been blessing us.
Yeah, it's like I say, I want to hold y'all long. I don't want to hold y'all long.
Yeah. You know how they say that. They say I ain't gonna hold y'all long. Then 3 hours later,
I ain't gonna keep you long.
3 hours later, and 10 offering plates done pass. I ain't gonna hold y'all long. I ain't got another plate.
Hey, Smitty, I got one question to ask Brother Marquise.
Yes, sir.
You gonna close it out?
I'm gonna close it out. I got to know. So I was a young cat, and we heard Sport Weekend, and we heard the Pussy Caper.
Right.
And I'm telling you, we almost wrecked the car. We were laughing so hard. I'm like, what? It sounded like y'all cats was in there laughing while y'all was doing it.
Me and Mr. Mix was doing improv. We improv that whole record. We made up that skit. We made up that skit, man, and we made that skit.
You could be a comedian too, bro. You could be
improv that whole thing. We improv that whole shit.
I just in the wrong hole. I'm like, oh my God, I like to fell out.
I said a lot of crazy shit. I said a lot of crazy shit on these records. I apologize. I'm apologizing to the females again. I ain't mean to use that many cuss words. I said what I said and say what I said back on those records.
It's tame now. It's tame now compared to, but like I said, once again, it says a lot about you because whoever thought that the legendary Brother Marquise will be apologizing for cursing? Come on, man. Like, it is what it is, man. You know,
3 years old, man. Come on. It's time to show maturity in the music.
Yeah, that's right. That's
what we do over here, man. Hey, I'm telling you right now.
Oh yeah. You know what? I got this. This is the last one right here. Being that you are a Rochester native, and I'm glad you said that. You said you came here. You came to South was like 19, so you had some time to be in Rochester.
Well, this is Nick Tahoe's garbage plate. Yeah.
What's a garbage plate?
I don't like the garbage plates from Nick Tahoe. They nasty, but some people like them. I don't like them.
Could you tell the people what a garbage plate is? Tell the people what a garbage
macaroni. It's like hamburger macaroni with some chili sauce, with some beans and a whole other shit mixed up in there. Ugh, I don't like it.
You don't eat that. You don't eat that no more. You don't eat that no more.
I like that shit there. Give me a Nick Tahoe cheeseburger or white hot, and I'm straight.
Okay. Brother Marquise, man.
What's up, Rochester West Side? See y'all in here.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Brother Marquise, man, you want to let the fans know and the people know anything, man, before we get up out of here, brother?
Yeah, I'm coming with me a podcast real soon. My art, my rules, my truth. I'm gonna be coming out with some literary things. Hope you see me on the literary circuit. And man, I'm gonna be all over social media. While I'm building my own podcast, I'm still taking interviews. And I'm just out here making myself more visible, trying to bring some relevance to the situation and keep the legacy alive.
Yes.
And still honor Chinaman and Mr. Mix and myself and all of the group members that are still left. and just still be out here, man, and loving and living and being grateful for breathing God's precious air. And I appreciate all of the fans, all of the friends, all of the healthy relationships that I have and those that I'm going to make, you know, and just being grateful and just being grateful.
You mind staying on after the show? You mind staying on for a little bit? We can talk behind the scenes.
Okay, yeah, and everybody follow me at the Real Brother Marquise on IG. I'm Mark Demetrius on Facebook. I'm gonna put together a Twitter account, but yeah, I'm rocking with that IG right now.
There you go.
The Real Brother Marquise, all one word. Check me out, pop in, holler at me. I'd love to hear from you.
Yes, sir. Brother Conscious, man. I know you got to give your closing. You got to, you know how I end my show,
hey,
but I want
you know
to say
what I'm saying. This probably been the best interview, man. And like I waited for a long time to have this interview with you, man, and to hear what you like. I said, I hear everybody else, but I always wanted to hear what you had to say. I got them, but I wanted to hear what you had to say. I was quiet because I just wanted to soak it all in and get it all in, man. I want to say thank you for inspiring me as a young cat rapping in Miami, doing the flea market circuit. You know what I'm saying? Going around and Philip Michael Thomas. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
How you go do the shows and stuff like that. Me and my cousins and stuff, man. I want to thank you for that, man. And like I said on the last podcast on the Smoke Pit, man, you and Rakim influenced me, and you know JT Money too. But y'all can't influence me to do what I'm doing. Thank you so much, man. I hope we got we can build a relationship, man. And, we be cool and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because I know I can learn a lot from you, man. That's what it's about for me, knowledge.
There you go.
Tell JT Money I love him. JT Money, Trick Daddy, all of the Miami rappers, Rick Ross, everybody, Pitbull, Flow Rider. Oh, yeah. Everybody that's participating in the culture, adding to the culture coming out of Dade County. Big salutes to all of y'all. Congratulations to all of y'all and all of y'all continued success. DJ Khaled, everybody.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yo, the legendary.
The City Girls. Yeah, I forgot the City Girls too. The City Girls. They beautiful selves. Yeah.
Hey, yo, once again, man, the legendary Brother Marquise. Please follow him on all his platforms, man. And it's been an honor here for Real+Food Podcast. Once again,
salute.
Brother Marquise, salute. And it's all about mind, body, and grub. Real+Food.
Real food. That's what's up.
Thank you, brother.
Hey, thank y'all.